奇迹正文第1章，奇迹的真谛1，奇迹原则20到23。20，奇迹能唤醒人的觉性，看出灵性，而非身体，才是真理的祭坛。Miracles reawaken the awareness that the spirit, not the body, is the altar of truth. 这一体认便足以启动奇迹的疗愈能力。This is the recognition that leads to the healing power of the miracle. 21，奇迹是宽恕的自然结果。Miracles are natural signs of forgiveness. 奇迹表示你领受了上主的宽恕，因为你已将宽恕推恩于人了。Through miracles, you accept God's forgiveness by extending it to others. 22，你若相信黑暗真的能够隐藏任何东西，奇迹便很容易给人恐怖的联想。Miracles are associated with fear only because of the belief that darkness can hide. 你相信肉眼看不见的东西就不存在。You believe that what your physical eyes cannot see does not exist. 这一信念为你否定了所有的灵性之见。This leads to a denial of spiritual sight. 23，奇迹为你调整了知见，使不同层次的知见得以恢复原本的本末先后。Miracles rearrange perception and place all levels in true perspective. 这就是疗愈，因为层次混淆乃是一切疾病之源。This is healing because sickness comes from confusing the levels. 以下是 J 兄的释义 You are blessed beings indeed. 你确实是有福之人 I am that one that you know as Jesus, and as we continue on through these miracle principles, it becomes clear that it is spirit and not the body that must become your focus. 我是你所知的 JC， 在我们继续研读奇迹原则之际，你可以明显地看出，灵性才是你该聚集之处，而非身体。When your body becomes your focus, you are inhabiting the lower reaches of the frequencies that you can access. 你一旦聚焦于身体，你便是栖息于你所能够触及的较低振动频率。The physical material world is light, slowed down to such a degree that solidifies into matter. 有形的物质世界乃是光降低其速度而形成的，其速度缓慢到足以固化成物质。When you focus on spirit, leaving the body alone. Now, this does not mean that you are abusive to it. It does not mean that you do not do your basic due diligence and caring for it. 当你聚焦在灵性时，你不去干扰身体，这并不表示你在虐待身体，也不表示你不必对它做基本的日常照顾。But what it means is that you do not ask it to give you anything. It means that you are not using it as bait for lovers. It means that you are not using it as an self-esteem prop. 而是表示你不要求身体给予你们任何东西，也表示你不用身体作为诱饵来 引诱恋人，也不用身体作为支撑你的自尊之物。What you are doing as you become accomplished with these principles is that you see that the body is the end result of your mind. 在你学完这些原则之后，你会明白身体乃是心灵状态的最终结果。And so why would you value the thing that is the effect of that which you should value, which is your mind? 既然如此，为何你要重视结果，而不是你该重视的部分，也就是你的心灵？There is no point in baking a cake with bad ingredients. The cake will not taste very good. 使用不好的原料来烘焙蛋糕是没有意义的，这样的蛋糕不会美味。So this is one way for you to look at your body. Your body is the cake. And yes,It seems to be the solid end result of a creation process. 你的身体就像是蛋糕一样，没错，它看起来像是创造过程中的最终具体结果。But if the ingredients to the cake are bitter or rotten, it does not matter what the cake looks like. The experience of the cake,In eating it would be awful. 但是如果这个蛋糕的原料是苦味的，或是腐败的，那么它的外观如何便无关紧要了，因为你吃这个蛋糕时的体验将会是很糟糕的。So what is mind? Mind is going to be in charge of the ingredients that go into baking,The cake of you. 那么心灵是什么？心灵将会负责烘焙出你这个蛋糕所使用的原料。So if your ingredients are bitterness and guilt and shame and hypocrisy, you are going to bear bitter fruit.如果你的原料是苦楚、和追究、和羞耻、和虚伪，你将会得到痛苦的果实。Your cake is not going to be very good, and you will suffer in the physical form. You will become overly identified with the physical because all of those ideas, guilt, shame, etc.are low frequency and that will incite you to focus on low frequency things. 你的蛋糕将不会美味可口，且你将会以身体的形式承受痛苦。你会过度的认同身体，因为那些观念、醉酒和羞耻等原料都是低振动频率的，所以它会引诱你专注在低振动频率的事物。The higher frequency your mind's ingredients are love, forgiveness, happiness, creativity, joy. The higher frequency, the cake you will process are the sweeter the experience will be.你的心灵所使用的原料的振动频率越高，比如爱、宽恕、快乐、创造力和喜悦等，那么你所拥有的蛋糕的振动频率就越高，你的体验就越甜美。The body will be vital, it will be full of health, and it will be strong, and it will live long. 你的身体会充满活力，非常健康，并且强壮而长寿。What does this mean in terms of non-dualistic teachings? Well, the body is the effect of the mind, and eventually your mind will become so loving that the body itself will fade away from the physical and will cease to exist in the form that you know it。从非二元教诲的角度来看，这意味着什么？事实上，身体乃是心灵的产物。到最后，你的心灵会变得非常有爱，以至于身体会从物质层次消失，它不再以你目前所知的形式存在。And that is exactly what happened to me in my last incarnation on Earth, was that my focus became so dedicated to love and to spiritual vision that the body became my plaything, if you will. 这也是我 JC 在地球上的最后一世之经历。当时我的心灵非常专注于爱及灵性事业，以至于身体可说成了我所玩耍之物。I was able to manifest it and demanifest it at will because I was no longer identified with the physical material world and all of the trials and tribulations of the world. 我 JC 能够随心所欲地显化或不显化身体，因为我不再认同物质世界以及这样的世界所带来的苦难。I was looking at everyone with love, and even if they were sick, I was seeing them healthy. If they were vicious and anger, I was forgiving. 我用爱来看待所有人，即使他们生病了，我也视他们为健康的人。如果他们凶恶及愤怒，我会心怀宽恕。And in the absolute and complete transformation of my mind, the body faded away from the necessity of playing the role of victim. That is what the body generally does when you are not miracle-minded. 由于我 JC 的心灵经历了全然而彻底的转化，我的身体便消失了，它不再需要扮演受害者的角色。这是身体通常会扮演的角色。如果你没有怀抱奇迹心智，如果你聚焦于世间之物的话。When you are worldly focused, the body becomes the place where your negative expressions manifest themselves. And this comes through in the form of sickness or decrepitude, the unfortunate signs of aging, and, of course, final death, or the seeming death. Because the body never really was alive, you are the animating force of the body. 若是如此，身体变成了你表达负面想法的地方，因而呈现出疾病或衰老，以及令人遗憾的老化迹象。当然，还有最终的死亡或看似的死亡，因为身体未曾活过。你是赋予身体生命的力量。The body is a corpse, animated by spirit. So the body never really lives, and it never really dies. It is inhabited by love, created by your spirit's desire to live in this separated form for a little while. 身体是一具尸体，它是由灵性赋予生命力的。所以说，身体未曾真正活过，也从未真的死亡。身体是爱所居住之处，它是因为你的灵性渴望体验这个分裂的形式一段时间而制造出来的。And when you have become tired of your earthly games, you've become very exhausted by your resistance to what is and your refusal to love, then the spirit can no longer maintain the physical form, and it returns back into a non-physical realm. 当你对这个世界的游戏感到疲倦之时，当你因抗拒现状及抗拒爱而感到精疲力尽时，你的灵性就无法再维持这个物质形式了，于是它会回到非物质的世界。And there you will reassess what you've accomplished and what you've learned and what you mistakenly valued, and then you will have another go at it, so to speak. 在那里，你会重新评估你所达成及学习的事物，以及你错误的看重的事情。接着，你会有另一个尝试。我们可以这么说。But we don't want you to be concerned about that right now. What we want you to be concerned about is the idea of choosing the miracle. 但我们不希望你现在去担心那部分，我们希望你关心的是选择奇迹这件事。And what is that? That means that every time you choose love instead of fear, you are acting in a miracle-minded way, and you will feel the repercussions of that. 这意味着什么？意思是，每当你选择爱而非恐惧之时，你便是以奇迹心智来行事，且你会感受到这样做的结果。The other thing that miracle-mindedness does is that you do not expect yourself to know which miracles to perform, which healings to perform. You will be guided. 奇迹心智的另一种表现就是，你不去期待自己知道奇迹会以什么形式来施展，它会用哪一种方式来疗愈，你会获得指引的。You will be guided in what to do and how to do it.And what to say and to whom to say it to, you will be inspired. 你会得到指引，知道该做什么以及如何去做，该说什么以及对谁说。你会获得灵感的。That means that you will be guided by spirit. That's what inspiration is, being guided by spirit.意思是你会受到圣灵的指引，这也是灵感 inspiration in spirit 这个字的含义即受到圣灵的指引。So go about your daily tasks. Do your forgiveness practice, understanding that your forgiveness practice will transform your world. It has to, because your forgiveness practice is choosing love over fear. 因此，好好去做你的日常工作，做你的宽恕练习，心里明白你的宽恕练习将会转化你的世界，它必定会转化你的世界的。And when you came into separation, you choose fear over love. So you are undoing the separation. 因为你的宽恕练习乃是选择爱而非恐惧。当你进入这个分裂之境时，你是选择恐惧而非爱。所以你的宽恕是在解除分裂之念。And so you will see love coming closer. You will have more connection with the world and other beings, but not in the sense of valuing the world, but in the sense of caring for it and offering compassion to it. 因此，你会看到爱更加接近你，你会感觉到自己与世界及其他有更多的连接，但这并不表示你看重世界，而是你关怀世界，并给予它你的同情。I am that one that you know as Jesus, and I will speak to you again soon. 我是你知的JC，我们 很快再续。奇迹正文第1章，奇迹的真谛1，奇迹原则20到23。20，奇迹能唤醒人的觉性，看出灵性，而非身体，才是真理的祭坛。Miracles reawaken the awareness that the spirit, not the body, is the altar of truth. 这一体认便足以启动奇迹的疗愈能力。This is the recognition that leads to the healing power of the miracle. 21，奇迹是宽恕的自然结果。Miracles are natural signs of forgiveness. 奇迹表示你领受了上主的宽恕，因为你已将宽恕推恩于人了。Through miracles, you accept God's forgiveness by extending it to others. 22，你若相信黑暗真的能够隐藏任何东西，奇迹便很容易给人恐怖的联想。Miracles are associated with fear only because of the belief that darkness can hide. 你相信肉眼看不见的东西就不存在。You believe that what your physical eyes cannot see does not exist. 这一信念为你否定了所有的灵性之见。This leads to a denial of spiritual sight. 23，奇迹为你调整了知见，使不同层次的知见得以恢复原本的本末先后。Miracles rearrange perception and place all levels in true perspective. 这就是疗愈，因为层次混淆乃是一切疾病之源。This is healing because sickness comes from confusing the level